Going on, guys? Silvia here. We've got Joel's R33, the GTR mock-up one, on the hoist at the moment. So we're just going to be doing some tie rod ends for the front, and a couple other things to maybe get the exhaust manifold and all that off, because she's one leaky boy. So I'll show you what we're doing. It's already done one side. So basically the tie rod end is this section here. The rubber boots on the old ones were just rotted away, cracked, won't pass roadworthy. So I've got this one here already on. I'll show you how to do the other side. So if you haven't already, jack your car up, 17mm with the wheel helper plastic sheath that goes around your actual socket, and remove the Once you get your wheel off, make it a little bit easier, and just turn the rotor. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult with one hand. Oh, wonderful. What was that, Nismo? Huh? What was that? Give yourself a bit of better room to work at. So what we'll be doing now is basically, get you in focus, removing the split pin and then the crown nut, or the castle nut. And then we have to separate this ball joint from the actual front knuckle. I've got a tool for that. There's a couple of different other ways you can do it. You can, undo the crown nut until it's flush and smack it with a hammer. I've seen other guys heat them up, all kinds of weird things. I've just got a tool set that basically locks on from underneath and then puts pressure on the top and then pulls it apart. So it's just super easy. So once you've got your working area, basically with the tie rod outers, there'll be a split pin with the crown nut. You want to undo the split pin. The crown nut on this side was different to the other side that I've already done. This one here's a 17mm, so someone's already been here. I don't think the 17mm is the right size from stock, so yours will probably be 19 if it hasn't been touched. So you just want to break that loose. Undo the crown nut until it gets to flush level. You don't want to take it all the way off. You don't want the arms flying down. You can either smack it with a hammer at this point if you've got a replacement crown nut. I've got this like shank separator, tie rod separator. It just slips in underneath the actual knuckle, and then it applies pressure down on the ball joint. So that's ready to go. So then this head's a 19mm, and just tighten that up until she breaks loose. That's broken loose. You can loosen off the ball joint separator now. These are handy. These are like 35 bucks. I've got a kit with all different sizes, so the kit was a little bit more expensive, but yeah, super handy to have at the shop. Before you undo it, you want to loosen off the nut that locks the actual tie rod into place. So this one here, you want to loosen that off by holding the actual tie rod itself, because if you leave the nut on here, this will hold itself straight. So you just want to have a 13mm on your tie rod and then a 22mm on the actual nut to break that loose. And with this thing here, this was already pretty loose. It didn't take much to crack it open with the 22mm. So you don't need it to be real loose, because then that gives you an idea how far to wind these tie rod outers ends onto the actual tie rod itself. Once you've replaced these, you're better off going to get a wheel alignment so that they're actually done or measured properly on the machine. But yeah, that's cracked. So now we can undo this, pull this all the way out, and then unwind it. So as you can see, that's the tie rod end. It's just a threaded end. So the tie rod itself, or the tie rod end threads onto this. That's the locking nut. You lock it then into place once you've mounted it into the actual knuckle, and then that's what gives you your steering. So we'll be replacing it with an OEM one. If anyone that's interested, there's the part number. This is the brand new OEM unit. As you can see, I've put the old one against the new one. This is some aftermarket one. It would have been fine for what it was intended for, probably just street driving. But we like to use OEM hardware and parts here. So there's the new tie rod end, and it also comes with a new split pin and crown nut that we can install. So basically you just want to reverse everything that you've done to this point, thread that onto the tie rod itself, lock it down with the nut, crown nut on, split pin in, and then go get yourself a wheel alignment. So then basically you just want to reverse the steps. Once you've got that threaded on, just leave it loose on the locking nut, push the knuckle over. And then look at where the split pin goes in. And tighten it till crown nut lines up with the split pin location. Grab your new split pin. And basically, wheel alignment time. Yeah, that's all there really is to doing tie rod ends. Pretty simple. Oh, actually, one last thing before I forget, because I have forgotten already. Locking nut, tighten that back up, and then I'll show you on the other side. On this side here, you can see that I've tightened up the locking nut, and I've put some paint marker on there just so I know that it's not coming undone whilst driving. Yeah, that's basically all there is to it to do your tie rod ends. Pretty simple, but yeah, it will help out with steering feel, not having any play when you're actually going around corners. Yeah, just a quick, simple fix. So thanks for watching. I know it's a bit of a short one. Just thought I'd do a do-it-yourself video. Nice and simple. I've just been flat out the shop trying to get back up to par with all the work. A couple of custom cars that just needed some, solid time wrenching. If you want to know how to do certain things, comment down below, and I'll work out on either my own car or customer car to video it so you guys know exactly how to do it. So yeah, don't be afraid to comment down below, and yeah, we'll work it out. But this here is getting painted very, very soon, so keep an eye out. I'm pretty keen to get this painted and finally put back together so I can stop looking at it all in different colors and being depressed about it. But yeah, like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.